Just let me end this meeting quickly. Since Mr. Murphy and I have taken over, everything has been more clarified for anything that we do here. I know you guys liked Andy, you might have liked Tracy, but we have put in everything on websites. We have done the best of our extreme to make ourselves more available than any other union members that you guys have ever had. This is in our own local. So, what I'm going to end this meeting at, and Robert has given me opportunity, is for the 4 candidates. And I'm going to make it nice and easy, and I'll start Mr. Ortiz with you, all right? Just one question. What is the responsibility of vice president of a union? And I'm going to go down the line, and that's all I want, and that's like that.
With the contracts to see that all the contracts are enforced. And if you need help, you go with him.
Each candidate. Brooks?
Yeah, of the president, talk to the rank and file, get a feedback from them, and then to the president.
James?
The most important job of the president is actually what's listed in our Constitution as the duty of all officers, and that's to obey the will of the executive board. The executive board will tell the vice president, this is what we expect you to do. Just like the executive board tells the president, the local recording secretary, and the secretary-treasurer. Secretary-treasurer actually has some enumerated duties laid down in the Constitution, but pretty much, if you're an elected officer, that room, that board says, this is our decision, you make it happen. That's what you do.
Right.
Yeah, I had read the online. What it says basically is this, that you're to assist the president and to do anything assigned to you, which I assume is by the president or the executive board, and basically go to hearings, arbitrations if he can't make it. In other words, fill in. So you got to stay up to speed, up to snuff on reading people. Like say a driver gets written up, you got to read the history. Did he lose? Did he win? How many times has he been written up before and had hearings? Where is it going now? It's that kind of thing. You got to do your homework. And of course, you know, the more this way, even if you're not going to be in the hearing, you want to show that you're doing your stuff. You got good stuff, so you read it anyway, even if you're not going to show. That's my interpretation of it.
As far as I can, let me read this for the record, very quick. This is the definition of the vice president. The vice president shall assist the president in the discharge of his duties, and during his absence shall perform the duties of the president. He shall perform such other duties as the local union or local executive board may assign him. In the event that a vacancy occurs in the office of the president, the vice president shall act as the president for the unexpired term. That's pretty much it. So you're voting for a presidential assistant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I never had, but...
Guys, we got time for one more question.
I would like to ask
Is there a question?
Yes, I have a question. One thing we didn't talk about, you explained at the last meeting that whoever wins this election, there's a very good likelihood they will go on to become our president.
That is my supposition,
So,
which is based on...
I would like to hear
believe,
from each
good
one of you
information.
that you are ready to take over as president, and you're ready to put in the time, because as Karen found out, it is a very time-consuming, difficult job. So, well, I would like each one of you to quickly say, or assure us that you're ready to take over the presidency.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I started with Mr. Ortiz for the last question. Rick, if it was your presidency, go ahead.
Yeah, I would dedicate myself to doing this. I certainly want to, as a matter of honor for the position, because I respect unions, I would make sure that I fulfilled my duties to the fullest. And I know it's a big job, a big job. It's not You know, it's not a no-show job. You show up and then the hours don't end at 5 o'clock. It's that kind of gig. And yeah, I'm ready to go.
1 minute, James, 1 minute.
I figure the job right now, the way it's set up, is a 60 to 80-hour-a-week job. You're talking about something pretty far down the road because there's still 2 years in the current president's term. What I would like to see for the future of this union, and I've actually been speaking to Louis about this, is right now we have this system where we have 2 people, the Secretary-Treasurer and the President, that run the show. The Vice President, the local recording secretary, is sort of more casual. What I would like to see is that all 4 officers are cross-trained on each other's duties, and all 4 come in and work a few days a week in the office, but continue to work at their regular companies. That way, the members don't think that once you get elected to union office, you've lost touch with the working person. We still come in and work a couple days at the company. The way I do as local recording secretary, I work a few days here, I work a couple days at the union. I would like to see that across all 4 of the executive committee.
Thank you,
I'd work for
Mr.
that.
Houston.
Yes.
Mr. Brooks?
Yes, when I become vice president, yes, I will, I'm ready to run this union as president, yes.
Well, what would be your responsibility if presidency came to you?
The duties of each and every one of you, each and every member in this union, in this local, each and every one of you.
Ms. Ortiz?
Well, yeah, I'm ready, and as president, as I said earlier, you just assume the position, keep going with the business of the union in protection of everyone's jobs and securing everyone's contracts to make sure that they're enforced and keep everyone's job. That's the job of the union, to keep your jobs. That'd be it.
Let me ask one more question. If
Actually,
any of
no,
you
let's
were elected presidency,
stop
oh no, we
Gilbert.
have somebody else.
Yeah, I will address this to this gentleman, Louis, Mr. Ortiz. You keep on this experience, you need experience, and it goes on and on. Something that's very important when you're running for some kind of a very important and you're representing a lot of people, you have to begin a foundation. We don't have a solid foundation. And we're talking about expanding. You can't expand if you don't have a foundation, and this is how we started this. It is true that experience, Padilla had experience, okay? And it's not because he had experience that it made him any better. So sometimes this could work in your favor, but not one takes away from the other. And it wasn't actually a question, it's just to say that there are some people...
We need it phrased as a question, please.
Okay, so the question for you is, how would you, having experiences you have told us many times, would you add to this experience that you have to make this situation that we are in now better?
As I said earlier, I would continue to do what I've always been, open. Be open with everybody. Don't make a move until you let everybody know what happens, what is about to happen. That's what I've always based my work on. When I have to make a decision, if the company calls me to make a decision, I don't make it. I'll be right back. And I go and I talk to the members and say, here's what they want to do. And that's what I've always done.
Mine will be really quick.
Sure, real quick.
Again, to Mr. Ortiz, I understand you have experience, and you seem quite proud of it. Were you involved in the current contract that the tour guides are working under?
No.
Okay, well, whoever was, I don't know who that was, but they shouldn't be proud of it. That's all.